Recently, I have finished reading a book called What Everybody Is Saying by Joe Navarro. And this is a book about body languages. And I found it quite interesting because I always wanted to learn about these kind of non-verbal communications and what kind of signs people are showing from their way of actions. I came across this book quite accidentally after scrolling through YouTube. There was a YouTuber who talked about it. This book started by talking about the limbic system, which is the part of the brain where it connects your muscles to your emotions. And it started to list out different examples of behaviors in different areas of bodies, so from legs to torso, heads, hands. But overall, I could summarize them into three behaviors, which is pacifying events, body shieldings, and gravity-defying behaviors. So for pacifying events is when people feel uncomfortable, they will touch different areas of their bodies to sort of comfort themselves. So that could be the back of the neck, the necklace, their hair, if their hair is long enough, maybe the mouth or the arms. Oh, sometimes it'll be shoulder as well. And this could happen to me a lot, especially when the consultant asks me whether a discharge letter is done or not. I don't know the patient yet. I haven't done the discharge letter yet. So what happened was that I'll be like, I'll go and have a look. I'm not sure. And this for me, it's probably a pacifying behavior to try to comfort myself. The second one is shielding, which means that when people are uncomfortable or uneasy, they would put something in front of them. So for example, like this, with a book, with their backpack, or they might do this. And this could happen to me quite sometimes, especially when there's an interview. I would I would put my backpack in front of me just to guard myself from the interviewers like gaze, hostile gaze, like so why did you choose my university to come to study? Yeah, yeah. Maybe this is what happened to me. And the third one is my favorite, which is gravity defying. It means that when people are lifted or delighted, they would do movements that go against the gravity, such as like arms up with an open arm or jumping up and down. And for me, if I see someone that I know of, instead of doing this, like, hello, I would roughly do this, like bigger, bigger movements to show my happiness. And there's a person who I really enjoy talking to when she gets lifted, elevated mood and happy. She jumps up and down like a sunshine, just like that. And that's really cute to observe and really enjoyable to be with. So that's probably my favorite movements or the favorite knowledge I learned from this book. When it comes to observations, the book also says that you should start observing from the legs because as the societies and educations gone through, we all learned to cover ourselves with our face and hands, but legs are usually more honest in some sense. And the two behaviors I learned is first one is leg crossing, which means for example, like this, if I'm in a lift or if I'm quite comfortable, would do this and I'll cross my legs. And in the book, it explained that this is more vulnerable because it's more unbalanced, but it also means that you're more comfortable. So when talking to people you know of, or if I'm in a lift alone, I will often do this. My hands will probably be on the handrail like this. But when people that I don't know of, like a stranger comes in, I will do this. Just uncross my leg. And probably that explains why I could do that. Because when stranger comes in, I feel a slight sense of like uneasiness. So that's why I uncross my legs. So when you see me, like me or people, or maybe yourself, if you're more comfortable, you might cross your legs. Another thing is that the direction of the leg, and this is something that I know for a while already. It's about the direction of your leg. When you're interested or want to talk to someone, your legs will face forward towards that person, obviously. But then a trick is that if you want to end the conversation, then you could turn your legs, like turn it away. Then I find it quite a small trick to end the conversation. For example, like if I'm on the ward after talking to a friend for too long, I need to go back to the ward, but it can be slightly rude, maybe, to say that, oh, I need to go back. So you release the sign that you want to go away by turning your legs away, then the other person will sense it and the conversation will end quite quick. So that's the thing that I learned from this book. But overall, of course, this book is not 100% correct. You still need the context and patterns to more accurately analyze how the person is feeling. I found this book just as a extra knowledge and theory to apply when it comes to these kind of body languages and non-verbal communications. But after reading this book, I went out with a group of friends, so all F1 colleagues, to a restaurant at night. I was sitting in the table of 6 and was just me with another 5 female doctors. I'll be very honest with you, it was really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. And to make things worse, my throat was really ticklish. I had a bit of cold, so I wasn't able to talk either, which makes everything worse. Just a bit unsettled, slight sense of awkwardness, unable to join in the conversation, and me being more isolated out. And suddenly, one of my friends on the across side wanted to take a photo, so of me and the other 2 friends who are all girls. Because I've been reading a lot of books on masculinities and wanting to be more of a dominant character. Oh, this is so awkward to say, but yes, I wanted to be a more man kind of character in the whole group. So to show my masculinity without talking so much, and after learning a bit about the body languages, if your thumb is facing upwards or if your hand is like this, it's a more masculine, powerful sign. So I put my hand right on the table where the photo is taken, and my friend asked me to put that down. It's like, Chris, just put that down. Are you trying to be more masculine or dominant? There's no need for that. That was embarrassing. That was really, really embarrassing. Being called out for things that you're doing, it's stupid. And so what I learned is that if you're after reading this book, or if you're trying to release certain kind of energy, try to do it subtly. Same for observation as well. So if you're observing someone, just do it subtly, or else you'll make yourself look like a fool. So what you can do now is that if you want to learn more about the details, examples of different behaviors in hands, face, legs, bodies, go Amazon or some websites to get the book. If you have other recommendations books that you like or books that you read about recently, share in the comments below. I would love to learn it. Recently, I enjoyed, well, not recently. I've always enjoyed reading the books on money, business, masculinities, social activities. But now I'm trying to expand my taste towards economics, histories, but still focus on the nonfiction categories. If you have any recommendations, feel free to comment below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.